YouTube, welcome back to my channel. So today I am doing a 10,000 starter home. It's kind of one of those challenges that's been around for a little while to see what kind of starter home you can build with 10K. And I thought I'd give take a swing at it. And for this build, I was in the mood to build something kind of dingy, which I understand does kind of make the 10K challenge maybe a little bit easier than it's supposed to be. I do come back and build a modern 10K home. That video will be out soon. But so yeah, this 10K home I aim to be kind of dingy looking, kind of like old shed style. Just not, if you're paying 10K for something, you're maybe not going to get the best quality, and I kind of feel like this is the home that kind of reflects that. But your sim does have everything they need to live here. They just don't have any of the extras, and maybe it looks a little, not quite as pretty. Um, Right now, I'm going through the windows. I spent a little extra on the door because I kind of wanted a sliding door on this bit lot. So I spending the money there, I kind of go through and buy some of the cheaper windows. Um, Obviously, the counters and the fridge and stuff, I chose the used looking ones. Like I said, I wanted a really dingy kind of feel to this. Um, I, I don't think I have ever made a build where the wall height isn't on the smallest. And you know what? I think I need to do that. I think maybe the next build I make, I need to try to see if I can make it a big build. Working on the bathroom now. I was going to have the bathroom in like that little room off behind the kitchen. But as I started to put it in and I started to think about what kind of bathroom I wanted on this lot, I realized I wanted kind of more of an outhouse style bathroom. Now, when I showed this to my husband, this lot to my husband when I was finished, he goes, that can't be an outhouse, Brittany. Outhouses don't have bathtubs in them. What are you talking about? That can't work. So, okay, technically it's not an outhouse in the most traditional sense of the term, but it's an outhouse. I liked that wooden toilet and wooden bathtub that we get in the debug menu. And for the lights, I don't put a lot of lights in this build, and I did that on purpose. Mostly because I kind of wanted to give it, like I said, kind of a dingy look. Maybe this house doesn't have, lights wired to it. I don't know. But they use the little oil lamps. And then since I put the bathroom as kind of an outhouse style bathroom, that gave me a little bit of an area to have like a little, I don't want to call it living room, but like living room area, I suppose. Which again, very cheap. I used the fold away chairs. Here I am putting the lights in because I wanted there to be enough lights to see when it's at night, but I didn't want a whole lot of lights. It does have a dresser. It has one of those old dingy dressers. I wanted to put in a ceiling fan, but our ceiling fans, because I believe the only ceiling fans we got are from the Island Living expansion pack, and they just don't really fit. They don't fit the vibe of this house, if that makes sense. I'm going through now, and I took out the green on the porch and put subflat flooring the subflat flooring into the house. I actually took the flooring completely out of the outhouse. I kind of felt that would, give it a little more of the feeling I was going for. I've heard a lot of people say they don't like those subflooring planks, and to be honest, they're not my favorite either if I'm building, a nice home. But they certainly do have their place in the game for, homes such as this, where it's not meant to be very nice. It's supposed to be real dingy and cheap, and it works for this house, I think. That little skull near the dresser is my Batu item. I think it's become a running joke at this point that all of my builds will have an item from Batu in them. Um, right now, I'm just cluttering up the house. Like I said, I wanted it to look really cheap. I've got the cereal box with some cans on top of the fridge, just putting clutter everywhere. And then I do also come back and add some like of the dust and cracks and stuff on the walls. Like I said, just making it look real dingy. I did even add laundry in this with the wash tub and the clothes dryer out back. So Play wise, this has just about everything your sim absolutely needs. It obviously doesn't have a computer because that wouldn't really go with the aesthetic theme too well. And it doesn't really have any skill building items because, again, like I said, I wanted this to look really cheap, really dirty, really dingy, and all the skill building items are pretty nice. I mean, I could have maybe made it work with the woodworking table, maybe, but even the woodworking table looks really nice. And I mean, that is in a way a compliment to EA. Their stuff looks fairly nice, but sometimes you don't want to build stuff that's very nice. Sometimes you want to build stuff that looks the opposite of very nice. So I guess it would be kind of neat if we got some dingier looking skill building items. Although I will say Eco Lifestyle really helps with that with all the trash that they add. That's coming up in the build too. I saw those two half broken cars in the debug menu, and I just I fell in love with them. I felt they would go well right there. I debated putting the burn barrel grill in this lot somewhere. I thought that would have been a really neat kind of touch, but decided against it. I could have afforded it. It was 600 simoleons, and by the end, I really probably could have afforded it, but I just decided against it. Going through adding the outside decorations right now. I put this little house back at the end there. I thought it could maybe almost look like a shed of some sort, or maybe, a second house or something like that. But I felt it kind of fit the build really well. I used the oh, excuse me. I used the debug fencing all the way around the lot. And I used this wooden broken one. I think this is my favorite debug fence. I'm pretty fond of the stone one that we get as well. I think we got that one in university, but I'm pretty fond of this broken fence. I've used it a few times now. I did add a little garden. It's obviously not a functional garden. You could very easily replace it with a functional garden if you wanted. But I did add this little garden. I thought it gave a neat little touch. Seems like something that would maybe be thrown back there. I'm just kind of going through the debug plans right now, seeing what I can add to make it just look like I envisioned it in my head. Just very old style, very almost, I don't want to say completely trashed. I mean, it is completely trashed, especially with what's coming up now. No, it's a trashed house, but trashed in a good way. Yeah, dingy and trashed in a good way. And I really like styles like this. I feel like houses like this are kind of popular now. I feel like more people are making houses that are kind of dingy and stuff. I even gave it the lot traits grungy and filthy, and I believe good gardening was the other one that I gave it, since it does have the garden in the back. But I really like this house. I would be interested to see someone play through this house. I actually, Lil Simsy on her channel, she does a fixer upper thing, and I did tag Lil Simsy to this in the gallery to see if she wants to renovate it. But my catcher there is she can only renovate with the money she can get from on the lot. So, maybe she'll do it, maybe she won't. Who knows? We'll see. But I still had fun building this lot. I felt it was a very fun lot. I love this picture of the lot. I just, I don't know. I like building dingy things. I try not to do them too often because obviously you have to have a very certain style of gameplay to be able to use it. But I do love doing this. But like I did say, I am doing a modern 10K build, so that will be out soon. If you liked this video, go ahead and hit that like button and subscribe. It really does help us out, and I will see you next time. Bye!